Hello everyone and welcome to week 17 of the 2014 season of the Emerald Madden League here on Madden 15 for the Xbox One. Let me get back into the game over here. So we have a lot to explain here as we get ready for this final week of the season. I'm going to go over the AFC playoff picture here as we get ready for this last week because it is a hot mess. So let's take a look here as we go over to the standings, and let's go division by division. So here is the only division that we kind of know what's going on. The Steelers have clinched the division and home field advantage throughout the AFC playoffs. The Bengals, which is Brian, has clinched a playoff spot, so he will be the 5 seed in the playoffs. We look at my division, the AFC South, and yes, that's what you're looking at. 3, 7, and 8 teams going into this final week of the regular season, and here's how it breaks down. Interestingly enough, this is, I think, precisely what the NFL was looking for when they made the changes to the scheduling and ensuring that all Week 17 games would be division matchups. I think this is exactly what they had in mind. So, as it stands right now, I am the Jaguars. I play the Texans here in Week 17. So, provided that we don't have a tie, one of us will be 8-8. The Colts play the Titans. So, in order for me to make the playoffs, I either need to win against the Texans and have the Colts lose, because the Colts own the tiebreaker over me. So obviously if I lose, then this ends the discussion as far as I'm concerned. But I need to win, and I need the Titans to beat the Colts. That's to win the division, and that's the one surefire way to get in. Let's flip through the rest of these here. Again, another beautiful division here, the AFC East. Both the Bills and Patriots being Bobby, are 7-8, and those two teams play each other here in Week 17. So basically, the winner of that game takes the division at 8-8. We go to the AFC West. Chargers right now at 9-6, Chiefs at 8-7, and Ryan, who is the Broncos, is sitting at 7-8. So Ryan has no chance of winning the division. Whether the Chargers win or lose is immaterial because he's 2 games behind. Looking at my notes on the schedule, who is he playing? He plays the Raiders. Ryan, the Broncos, plays the Raiders. So hopefully that should be an easy win for him, which would put him at 8-8. So he needs the Chiefs to lose in order to have a chance at the wild card. Because now you're going to be talking about a mess of 8-8 teams for the wild cards. So the other thing about any wild card discussion in the AFC is the Cleveland Browns sitting at 8-7. If the Browns win their Week 17 game, then that puts them at 9-7 and puts any 8-8 team out of the discussion for that final wild card spot. You're probably getting a popsicle headache at this point. So when you look at it, I'm not even going to look at all the tiebreakers because I'm not even 100% sure that Madden goes by the proper tie-breaking procedures as far as figuring out seeding and all that stuff. So the one thing I know is that, sorry, answering a text message here from my wife. One thing I know for sure is that I lose the tiebreaker out to the Colts. Jeremy, I think it does. Last year's game, I think I remember breaking down one of the tiebreakers beforehand, and it was going to like the 3rd or 4th tiebreaker, and something didn't jive the way I think it was supposed to based on the NFL tiebreakers. So I do know that I think first tiebreaker is head-to-head record, and then the second one is, if you're talking about 2 teams in the same division, is division record, and then after that it's record in common games. So I believe that the game follows those 3 in the normal route. So if we go, oh, I don't want to. Let's go into the schedule just to get an idea of what Ryan's chances are here. There's the Broncos. We need to compare him to the Chiefs, so let's find his and see how he did against the Chiefs head-to-head. Oh, sorry, Broncos. There we go. So he lost his first game against them, and he won his second game against them. So it's going to come down to the division record, and then record in common opponents if he can win and the Chiefs lose. So if we and if you indulge me for just a second here as I go back into the standings, I swear I'm going to start my game in just a second. So let's go over to the AFC West because it does show in this screen, I believe, division record. Home win, road division. All right, so they're both 4-1. So actually, if Ryan wins and the Chiefs lose, that would put him at 5-1 in the division and the Chiefs at 4-2 in the division. So I think that would give him a tiebreaker over the Chiefs. But then again, you're talking about possibly multiple 8-8 teams across multiple divisions. So that division tiebreaker may not do anyone a lick of good. So basically a complete mess. But it is technically possible for all 4 of us users in the AFC to somehow make the playoffs. 3 of us at 8-8, which is really pathetic when you think about it. So, all right, I've wasted enough time. So let's get into my game and see if I can at least give myself a fighting chance. So as I start this up, let's get into the usual spiel. If you are interested in an online connected franchise here for Madden 15, head on over to Ion. Yeah, Jeremy, the Browns are going to spoil this, definitely. Yeah, this whole thing, the whole discussion is a moot point if the Browns win their game. So, once again, if you're interested in a league, iongamecorner.wix.com/iongc. Hit the Madden 15 page on the right-hand side there. That will give you all the rules and teams that are taken for both the Xbox One League and the PlayStation 4 League. If you want to join the Xbox One League, you want to contact me. My gamer tag is Arethius. You can also reach me via email, iongamecorner@gmail.com, or also via Twitter @iongamecorner. For the PlayStation 4 League, you want to talk to Nick. You can reach him on PlayStation Network, Kagone, Kagone, and you can also reach him on Twitter @NickOliveira87. So now that we got that out of the way, let's get this kickoff. And it's interesting. I think this is going to be the most watched of all of these. I actually have 2 people here two of the guys in the league watching live. I got Mike and Jeremy here, so let's see if I can't completely embarrass myself as they watch this.
Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. Bortles coming out now. What a job he's done this season avoiding interceptions. Ranking in the top 10 for quarterbacks.
So I'm going to start this out probably playing a little bit close to the vest because this Jaguars offense is dead last in the league.
Here's the handoff. They are in the backfield in a hurry and will bring him down for a loss behind the line of scrimmage. Here's our look at the Jaguars offense.
A little play action here on second down.
Struggled mightily this year to put
See if I can't find Davis here on this crossing route.
an extra tight end on the field for this one. The Jaguars take it from the 23 and he
There we go.
pulls it in.
That's the first. There we go.
Well, Jim, I always say it's about deception when you're playing offense. That time, the play action fake by the quarterback was so good that defense didn't even see that he still had the football, and he throws it down there for a nice completion.
First down at the 35. Met by Langford that time.
I really should consider benching him for Denard Robinson.
And now here's the Texans defense. Last week was a special one for this defense as they were all over the
Switch it up. Have Robinson in early, and then it looks like we got a safety blitz coming here, or at least a linebacker blitz.
2nd and 8. Trying to work that left side.
Might consider it if I win this and end up in the playoffs and start Robinson at halfback early in the game, and then if somehow I have a lead late, which is a huge if, throw in Gerhardt for those tough power yards at the end of a game as you're draining the clock.
You can line up and just run the football straight ahead and pick up those kind of yards. You are going to get into the head of the defense. You're basically saying, we're tougher than you are, and we're just going to come right at you.
It's a two tight end formation. Second down and 5. They'll run it with him again. The tackle's made, and the first down is picked up.
Gerhardt's a great running back to have on your football team, isn't he? He goes up in there and gets the first down. Now your offense has 3 more chances.
Definitely Phil Simms. Gerhardt's a great running back to have on your team. He's had a wonderful season to this point. I was like, why is he running so fast? And I realized it was Jordan Todman. It's like, wow, he hit that hole pretty quickly.
Just whooping some tail today, aren't they? What a job up front. That helps the running back get in space.
It's be interesting. Toss play with Toby Gerhardt.
They bring in the extra tight end. First down at the 22.
Come on, give me a block.
Brought down at the 20.
Oh, that was better than it looked like it was going to be at first. You want Jordan Todman? Jeremy, maybe I'll take up on that.
The red zone, where a week ago they starred as a team. Offense lines up here. Second down and 8.
Oh.
Incomplete pass that time as he threw it short.
Well, the quarterback that time tried to squeeze it into tight coverage.
All right, I'm going to spread it out here on third down.
The football falls incomplete.
It'll be third down.
Hopefully not make another stupid throw like I almost did there.
Robinson's lined up now as a slot
All right,
receiver.
I am actually going to send Robinson on a slant here. I got to watch out for that middle linebacker. He looks like he's man up on the linebacker, but
Bortles back in shotgun formation. With 2 hands, he has it.
oh boy, 4th and 2.
Good job by the defense.
I'm going to take the points. I can't afford to do anything really stupid right now.
Fourth down coming up.
Drives it through for the field goal.
Well, Jim, that field goal puts them in the lead. It was a nice drive by the offense, and what it does, it just gives you confidence. You did some positive things on the field, and it should be over for you for the rest of the game.
The old 3-minute lag on the stream, Mike got to me there. He'll go for it on that.
Thomas is running this one out. Just across the 20.
Blake Bortles has a better QB rating than Russell Wilson? Are you kidding me, Jeremy? Are you talking about in the league? You have to be talking about in the league. Are you talking about in real life?
Stepping onto the field today for the first time.
Yeah, he's got a lot of talent, and it's just a matter of time until he takes that experience and matches it with all of his talent and becomes one of those guys that we say, hey, the game is going to hinge on him.
Over the 40,
I
go
think
for
he's very
it.
close to that.
You know, Jeremy, if it was closer to midfield, like it was in that little no man's land between where you should be kicking a field goal and where you'd punt, I would probably have gone for it. But I don't know. Might also be different if I had a lead, but you know, at 0-0, probably just safer taking the points for now. I do have the best defense in the league as far as points allowed goes, just by virtue of the fact that I limit the number of drives that the other team has. So in the league, in this league, Blake Bortles has a better QB rating than Russell Wilson. It's probably due to the fact that I just don't throw nearly as much as you do, sir.
Giving up a ton of yardage. From the gun. He'll fire it out to the left. The Texans get a first down.
What was that move?
That'll put them in what we call plus territory.
Yeah. Also like 30 less touchdowns. Yes. Significantly less yardage and touchdowns.
Now you can do anything you want on the offensive side, and you got that defense guessing.
The Texans continue to find themselves in games that come down to the wire. A week ago, they secured a victory, but they trail in this one.
Showing you there, Andre Johnson is not in this game. He got injured last week. So hopefully that, oh, what's going on here? Hey, delay a game. What happened there? I don't think I've ever seen the computer have a delay a game. Oh, Jeremy's just put in the chat there. He beat Shane, who's the Panthers, by 40 yards for most passing yards. Which is hilarious because in last year's season, Shane was never passing the ball and just completely ran over everyone. This year it's been almost the exact opposite. Come on, make a tackle. Case Keenum. It's the one thing to hang my hat on in this, I guess, is that I'm facing Case Keenum. Although I think I lost to the Texans a couple of weeks ago, which has kind of helped put me in this predicament.
Second down coming up.
Game is too hard to run except for what the 49ers guy does, but I know how to stop that now. Yeah, Matt, who is the 49ers, is completely shattering record books with his run game. I mean, he's running for, I don't even know the average, but I mean, he's routinely got Frank Gore in the hundreds to even 200s a game. And a lot of times he'll even have a second 100-yard rusher. I love Kendall Hunter. Although he also passes a lot to Kendall Hunter. Like, does a lot of screens, I think. His run game is one play. Yeah, I've noticed that playing. I've done a lot of online head-to-head with just various teams, and that's one thing I notice is that it may take a little while, but when you realize when someone's running the same play or same couple of plays over and over again, you really, they may find a play that's their bread and butter play that works, but it can become really easy to stop them. Like, almost had 2,000-yard rushers. Yeah, you had Adrian Peterson. He had Adrian Peterson go down fairly early in the season, and then he traded for Le'Veon Bell, and so there you go. He's Bell was his feature back for a little while. So that explains why he easily had 2,000-yard rushers in this season. Here we go. Bend but don't break.
They go all out for every catch. That time he just lets it all go. Not able to make the catch, but I'll give him an A for effort.
Second down and 10. Foster.
Yeah, thankfully he got caught up in that draw play there. That had the potential to be bad.
Third down snap coming up. This was their bugaboo a week ago, failing to convert time and time again. Third and 10.
I hate this camera. Nope, short of the first down, so there we go. He'll do a field goal. Yes, defense. There it was. You saw it there. I gotta figure out, maybe one of you guys know, is there an option that you can go into and actually disable that player lock camera? Because I get that constantly by accident, and it drives me bonkers. Block it. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to block the extra point. Or the field goal, excuse me. Which basically was an extra point. Alright, what do we got here? 4:08 left in the half. We'll do some shotgun here.
The Jaguars come to the line, starting this drive.
I've actually yet to see a block kick in this game. Punt or field goal.
First and 10, and now on the draw. Tackle just 3 yards short of the first.
Boy, there's nothing like a draw play. It just catches a defense by surprise, and running backs, they love it.
See if we can get this quick
they
hitch.
have a chance to get some easy yards.
I may look at shorts if this linebacker or corner doesn't go off in his zone. Yep. Oh, I hit the button. Why didn't he throw? Well, that was annoying.
By the defense, they confuse the offense. They blitz. They don't know who to pick up. And how about the defender? They must love this. Coming in free and gets a good clean shot on the QB and gets a sack.
Bortles standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap.
Ah, need another second. I had Lee cutting over. Oh well.
As the pass goes
That was a frustrating drive.
Defensive coordinators love this situation, don't they? Third and long, they can do just about anything, and it's going to work, and they stop the offense that time.
Thomas going to look for space now. Good piece of tackling.
So it's going to be kind of important not to let up a touchdown here because we're looking at 2:48 left in the half. Good chance that unless I stop them on a 3-and-out, that this is going to be the last drive of the half. And they get the ball in the second half.
They'll run it here. Outside to the left. And they bring him down at the 33-yard line.
So we're probably looking at one more play here before the 2-minute warning, unless we get a quick incompletion.
Foster's lined up now as the running back behind the quarterback. Has his target. Webster's there to make the
Yeah,
stop.
they're not going to get another playoff.
Well, on second down that time, nice decision by the quarterback. Now they got it to third and short. The defense, it all goes against them, of course. Now they don't know whether it's going to be
Now we'll see the sense of urgency here if they convert this. You'll see them go to the no huddle, unless they somehow get it over midfield. And oh, there's that play lock in again. Hey.
And that's going to bring us to fourth down.
I'm actually not going to call a timeout here.
You got to trust that arm and throw the football past
Because I think
marker.
About a minute 10 with 3 timeouts is fine. Plus, with my offense being what it is, I really don't want to give them the ball back. No, get away from that. Where's he going?
It'll be a touchback.
Plus, we're looking at having to go 80 yards, or at least some facsimile thereof, if we want to get in a field goal range.
The Jaguars are getting set for their next possession. First down and 10. Throws to the right. Lewis got it. First down.
Probably should have hurried to the line there, but
they are marching. Let's see how the defense reacts.
See if I can catch him in that blitz again. Oh, here comes the blitz.
First down at the 37. He'll throw it over the middle.
Oh.
Had it, but the hit knocked it out.
There's nothing like a big hit. When you get it and it connects, it gives your defense some
hang your guy out to dry.
How they're jumping around. Hey, that gets everybody excited.
The good thing here is that with the 3 timeouts, I still have basically the use of the middle of the field.
Lines up here. Bortles gonna take the snap from the
Oh, bad throw.
Complete
I lucked out there.
Offense still looking for a first after that completion.
Just want to go screen here. See if I can catch him a little bit backed off.
Bortles got it in the gun.
Ooh. Oh. I don't know what. I don't know. There's something wrong with my B button. It's not registering as quickly as it should.
If he drops a pass or makes a mistake on the field, he doesn't make excuses. He knows no matter what the circumstances
All right, let's put this thing away here on fourth.
As a receiver in the NFL, everybody expects you to make the catch.
So we got to pin him back here. They got 3 timeouts, but if I pin him back with only the 32 seconds, there's a good chance that they're not going to try and do anything with this.
Thomas got it on the return for a gain of about 5.
Yeah, they're coming out in a jumbo here, so
The Texans now ready ready to take over as their offense heads onto the field. Arian Foster lined up in the backfield. Now 1st and 10. And the quarterback gives it to Arian Foster. The Jaguars signal for the timeout.
I'm going to actually use my timeouts here because the hell, you can't save them. So figure if I stop them on 3 straight plays, force a punt, as long as I don't have anything catastrophic like a muffed punt, then I have a chance of maybe getting a field goal. Probably not, but as long as he doesn't get a first down here.
Right around the 24-yard line. Timeouts called. We're going to step aside. We'll be back in just a moment.
Plus, there's always the chance that the back could fumble, so why not make him snap it all 3 times?
Feeds him again. Off the right side, Foster. They bring him down, and the offense fails to pick up a first down on 3 plays. That timeout might be very useful for the offense. They're now ready to go. One of the best ever, Shane Leffler.
Basically, just hope for a good return here. Although a good return probably kills, yeah, it's gonna kill. It would kill the rest of the clock. So
Blackman's got it at the 17. Tackled down.
yeah, not much going to happen there.
The first half is complete. Larry Ridley.
A barn burner of a first half. Yeah, 3-3.
And you're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Martin's going to test the coverage here. And they're all over him at the 18-yard line. The Texans offense now marches onto the field. Offense lines up here. And here we go. The first snap of the second half. Kozlowski's in on the tackle.
Always good to have these types of runs. Yeah, it's not a first down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to. And also, it opens up so many other things for your offense.
Second down and 5. Foster.
Yeah, it was a good pickup there by the lineman on the blitz.
Nice run that time. When you run the football like this, over a period of time, it's going to wear that defense out. There's no doubt about it.
Tried to overload that side.
Nice job by the offensive line.
Foster takes his spot in the backfield. The Texans take it from the 28.
Friggin' camera.
Down conversion.
The big smooth, that's Arian Foster. He makes it look so easy. He goes outside off tackle, and he can cover a lot of yards with those strides, and he gets a first down on that run.
Offense lines up here. 1st and 10. Leading on that running attack again here on first down. The Texans still have to figure out how to get the ground game going. Foster's had nothing go his way, but in a tie game, you still have to think he'll be involved down the stretch.
Oh, yes. Well, you said a couple things I'm going to agree with. The run game today, it has been bad. The good thing is it is a tied game, so don't give up. Stay with it and see if you can win this game.
Browns marked down after a mark.
Really would be nice to get off the field here.
Following the run. Offense lines up here. Keeps it here.
There we go. Good old Case Keenum. Yeah, let's see if we can do something with the ball here. Gonna be pinned back pretty deep, probably. Yeah, let's not catch that.
And this will end up in the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars get
So we had a little bit of success with the ground under center. So let's go back to that.
First down at the 20. Draw up the middle.
Ugh. Hold your block for another second, please.
Well, a short gain on the run that time by the offense. When you're a running football team, Listen, there's going to be a lot of ugly plays that don't work. You just got to keep running them.
Midway into the third. Looking
Uh-oh.
across the middle.
I saw that coming. Just waiting for the linebacker to go with the tight end, and that didn't happen.
They can be picked off. Most of the time they drop, and this time that was a bad drop by the defense.
Robinson's lined up in the slot.
I'm going to send Lewis on a streak to see if I can clear out the middle here.
3rd and 9. Throws the pass.
There we go.
The completion.
That's exactly what I was hoping it would do.
Move the chains.
When you throw this pass as a quarterback, you got to stick it right onto the body of the wide receiver. They are nervous because they're running across the middle.
The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. He takes it on the counter.
Ugh.
Got him behind the line of scrimmage. Defense has ruled today's game, Phil.
Yeah, the defense
89 yards.
I'm going to be honest, it's fun to watch. Every once in a while, I like to see the offense take a beating to this. The NFL, it's all about the offense. It's nice to see the defense dominate.
2 tight ends on the
We
field.
got a safety blitz coming.
The Jaguars will take the snap from the 30. Brings it into his body.
Not the way I wanted to go with that, but I didn't like Lewis's chances there. It was a zone blitz, so someone looked like they were going to drop into that area.
Trying to pick up the first. Empty backfield look for Bortles here. Bortles going to take it from the gun. Wide
There we go.
open for the catch.
That's a nice job by the offense there. Get the first down, keep those chains moving, give yourself 3 more opportunities.
They're back at the line after that catch for a first down.
If Davis can get a block here on this outside linebacker, this could be nice.
Handoff. Slashes to the left side. That's a gain
Yeah,
of
I
8.
was hoping he would actually be able to get outside of him, but he was lined up outside of the tight end. That's not easy for a tight end to jam a guy inside there.
The offense heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive. The Jaguars take it from the 38. Another handoff right back to him. The offense picks up another first down.
Big Yard doing some work.
This drive.
They are, Jim. They're marching down the field, and I give all the credit to the offensive line.
Here comes the dreaded attempt to pitch to him.
Right now.
Yeah, let's see how they line up against it this time.
They're able to move the chains.
If he was a quicker back, that would have been a nice setup because
Short's going to get set in the slot.
we'll see how my receivers handle these blocks.
Final quarter underway now with this snap.
There we go.
And he's tackled at the 30-yard line.
What that run does,
It was good. They actually, went out and drew the corners with them.
And it's now 2nd down and 5 after running it on first down.
This is now the portion of the program where I will really start considering to bleed the clock, especially if I get a little bit closer and into more of a sure thing field goal range. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Oh, I spoke way too soon. Oh boy.
Protected the way these defensive players can run, you're going to get in trouble, and that time
to play some defense.
Offense lines up here. First down at the 38, then picks up about 3.
Oh no. Yes, oh no is right, Mike. That was an oh no moment. Let's see if we can bring a little heat here.
Foster's lined up in a single back formation. The defense had that one covered.
Belichick would bench him. Yes, Jeremy. Bill Belichick. Yeah, so Chad Masters, as he's known in this game. Yeah. Belichick would bench him, and you may see me do the same thing. Because depending on the situation coming out, I do certainly not. Todd and bring him in. Yeah, I do not need another fumble. Oh, come on. Where was Puzzlesny going? He ran away from the guy.
Sometimes it's good protection by the offensive line, and sometimes it's just bad defense. They can't get to the quarterback, and that's another completion by him.
First down here after the completion. Nickel formation for the defense here. Handoff made. Puzzlesny's in on the tackle.
Now he comes up and makes a tackle.
And here we have second down. And the quarterback gives it to Arian Foster. Taken down just 2 yards
quite a hole
short of
there.
the first.
When I was a quarterback, I loved it when they called the draw play because I know that defensive line, they're all trying to go after the quarterback, and nobody's prepared for the run.
Foster's lined up as the single back. Third and short. Foster. Foster tackled down.
Well, one of the hardest things to do, and I think in the NFL now, is third and short is run the football and pick up yards. That time, nice job by the offensive line. They showed their power, and they picked up the first down.
First and 10. Browns taking the handoff.
Can he fumble?
They'll mark the football.
Any one of their guys to fumble right about now.
When you run the football like
Alright, now it's critical to not let up a touchdown.
No doubt. When you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
And we're almost looking at the time where it's going to start burning timeouts, which is no buys.
Second and 4. They'll go ground.
Come on, someone get him.
For space, left side. Taken down at the 21.
Good job by the defense. All day long when the offense runs the football, they are ready for the challenge and not giving up very many yards.
It's third down coming up. The game is tied and time is a factor. And the quarterback gives it to Foster, and game maybe 4.
When we were in practice on Friday, Jim, this team was working on red zone offense all the time. Well, here they are. It's a tie game. We'll see if all that practice pays off.
Tie game here in the late going, and the defense needs to
Alright,
make
so
a stop. They cannot give up the big play right now.
now we have to start using timeouts.
We return out of the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter action. Offense lines up here. First down and 10. They feed it to him one more time.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. What was that?
Good job that time by the offense, scoring that touchdown and putting them ahead. And when you get ahead in a football game in the National Football League, it makes you relax and you play better.
That was sure garbage.
And the extra point is good. So with this late lead change, we've had another twist in what's been a great game, and now we'll see if this offense has one more drive in them. And he's tackled right at about the 28-yard line.
No, thankfully Xbox didn't record that, Jeremy, because it's recording everything right now.
Now on first down, every snap crucial the rest of the way. Nickel formation here for the defense. The Jaguars take it from the 28. Has his man.
Well, the drag route that time picked up solid yards. These receivers, sometimes they get a little nervous running these drag routes or these short crossers because they are afraid a defender's going to come out of nowhere and hit them. That's the quarterback's job. See in front of the receiver.
Well, interesting theory that they letting the score quicker. The I guess. Ideally, it would have been to keep him to a field goal.
Second and short. Nice tackle. First down. Let's see what they come up with here. Robinson's in the slot. He'll stand back beyond the center in the gun. Complete to Lewis. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field.
You gotta want it. Yes, Mike, I want it.
Bortles back in shotgun formation. He's looking to the right here on this throw. And he's tackled down after picking up the first. The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. Bortles standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. He has the grab.
Go for two. Yeah. Let me worry about getting the ball in the end zone before I make that kind of a call.
Time, obviously, a factor the rest of the way. 2nd and 3. Looking to the right side and throwing.
Oh.
Probably should have had that one, but it goes incomplete.
Hashtag Jags Nation, Mike says. Yeah. Is that a thing? Is there a Jags Nation? I feel like if it is, then that's a problem.
Third down coming up, needing a first at this point. Offense lines up here. Third down and 3. And pick up about 4. First down. Pressure on every snap now. Bortles going to take the snap from the shotgun.
Oh!
He's brought down.
Well, that's the season right there.
That was an awesome job by the defense. They just read the quarterback's eyes. They got in position, and they made the interception.
They come to the line of scrimmage. First down.
Yeah, I'm like, I knew I had my timeouts, but...
Foster's in the backfield. Single back set. They'll run it. Here's the handoff. Gains 11.
Yeah, that's the season there. I can't stop it enough, so... The silence, yeah. That oh, well. Certainly didn't deserve to go to the playoffs anyways.
Takes the knee. The Jaguars will stop the clock here with this timeout, needing to preserve time. And now they'll try over again on 2nd down. Defense with plenty of bodies in the box here on this play. Takes the knee. The Jaguars will call for the timeout. They need every
7 and 9 is successful in Jacksonville. I agree.
3rd down on the way. Defense filling up the box here with a 4-6 formation.
Come on, cause an injury timeout. Oh, that's gonna do it.
The Texans call on their punter.
At least I won't get fired. Yeah.
This was a hard-fought game, partner, but somebody.
I remember Brian got fired like 3 times in 5 sets. Yeah, part of his problem is he kept taking over existing coaches who had high expectations. So, yeah. All right, let's get out of here. I don't need to see all this handshaking garbage. All right, let's see. 14 of 21 for 131, and that one interception. Keenum not really did much of anything. 9 of 13 for 95. I feel like I killed on the ground worse than I thought I did. Early on, I had him stopped pretty well. It was that 4th quarter drive really that screwed me over. Gerhardt, as usual, Gerhardtness. And receiving, we're not going to see much here. Mercedes Lewis, 6 for 70. And then DeAndre Hopkins, the leading receiver for the Texans. So, all right, let's get the hell out of here. All right, so, ooh, I unlocked an achievement, the Ryan Tannehill Legacy Award. Oh, I'm so special. All right, so there we go. 10-3, Texans win, knocking the Jaguars out of playoff contention. So this was the only consolation. Well, hopefully the Colts win so that I won't feel so bad about losing because it wouldn't have mattered. So, oh, I have results. Look at this. I got that. Nick, you lost. Yeah. Jackass. Let's see. 1,800 yards or less. Yeah, take that. What else do I got here? 3,300 yards or less. Fantastic. Well, let's progress my players. Why not? Alright, so there you have it. 10-3 loss to the Texans. Not much else to say about that. So, I'm probably going to do a non-game broadcast after the league advances. That's because you run the clock. Nick is still bitter. Alright, you know what? Nick is still bitter because in last year's game, I beat him in the Super Bowl by completely dominating time and possession. And he's still not over it. Actually, I beat him twice in the Super Bowl last year. So, there you go. Alright, let's, Jeremy would like to see what games are left. So let's go over to the schedule. And let's see. So we've got... We've got the Patriots, we've got the Bengals, we've got the Saints, we've got the Broncos, and we've got the 49ers. He cheesed the game in a way I never could. It's not cheese. That is not cheese. That is a legitimate football strategy. When you have an offense that can put up points like crazy, then what you do is you take the ball away from the offense. That is not cheesing. That is legitimate football strategy. Anywho, enough of my soapbox. So like I was saying, I'm probably going to do a non-gameplay broadcast after we get to the playoffs, just to kind of go over the playoffs. I might do kind of an end-of-season wrap-up for my team and look at my stats and all that stuff. Who knows? Yes, the Patriots method. That's hopefully that's what they do this week against the Broncos. So, all right. So, not with 7-minute quarters. Yeah, but it doesn't matter, Nick, because it's a video game. In a video game with 7-minute quarters, when you can run as many plays as you can run in a 7-minute quarter game, it doesn't matter if you run the clock. It's the same exact thing as running 15-minute quarters and doing the same strategy. It's still a strategy. So, and you still could have won that game, so I don't want to hear it. I think you only lost by like 3. Don't want to hear it. Alright, so, stop. Why am I making excuses? I'm the one who won. I'm not making excuses. Alright, I'm done answering you. I'm going to wrap this thing up now. So, if you're interested in joining, again, an online connected franchise here for Madden 15, head on over to iongamecorner.wix.com/iongc. Hit the Madden 15 page on the right-hand side to get all of the rules and regulations for both the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 leagues. Also shows you what teams are taken. And if you're interested in joining the Xbox One league, you want to contact me. And no, Nick, I'm not mad. I'm perfectly fine. Contact me. My gamer tag, you see it on the screen there, Arethius. You can also contact me via email, iongamecorner@gmail.com. And you can also contact me via Twitter, @iongamecorner. For the PlayStation 4 League, you can contact Nick, who is being a complete douche in the chat right now. And it's Kagone, Kagone, on PlayStation Network, or you can get him via Twitter, @NickOliveira87. So that is going to wrap it up for me for the 2014 season and for this video. So thanks to the guys in the league who checked it out. Thanks for anyone who's checking it out on YouTube. Once again, you can go back and watch all of the Emerald Madden League. Don't deny it, Nick. You can watch all of my Emerald Madden League games from, I believe, week 8 on, which is when I started broadcasting them. They're all archived on YouTube. There's a playlist set up so you can go through them one by one. If you really, really want to see some poor offense, I suggest doing that. So that's going to wrap it up for week 17 of the 2014 season. And we will catch you next time when I go over the playoffs for the Emerald Madden League. Oh, and also keep in mind, I am probably going to broadcast the draft. So we got to do some tweaking and working out of when that's going to be. But next one will be the playoff picture. Once we know who's in, what the seedings are, and all that stuff, we'll worry about the draft after that. So that's going to do it, really, this time. I swear it's going to do it. So thanks for checking this out, and we'll catch you guys next time.